Hello, this is Double Exposure. I'm Riyadh, and this episode is a little bit special one because we have a special guest.
Hi everyone. My name is Berfin Yıldız. I'm a 3D animation student living in Canada right now, and I used to be besties with Riyadh over here back in
Yeah,
university.
we are college friends. We're university
We
friends.
are college friends, and today I shall be your Hawkeye expert.
Yes.
What are we doing today?
Yeah, today Hawkeye released. It has released first episode and the second episode. And as soon as I actually started doing this podcast, I knew that whom I will be talking with about this TV show.
It's not like I've been talking about how much I love Hawkeye for the last 6 years.
Yeah. And especially the specific comic run that was started in 2020, I guess.
2012.
2012,
yeah.
Huh? It is written by Matt Fraction and illustrated by David Aja. Aja. So
Spanish.
It seems that this TV show has a very specific influence from this comic run, especially with their usage of posters, with their usage of illustrations, especially with the costumes too.
Yeah, but the thing is, here's where I start talking about how much I'm disappointed by the series.
Okay, so
apparently
directly straight to the point. Let's start.
Straight to the point.
Okay.
Yeah, you know how much I love Fractions Run. I'm gonna be calling it Fractions Run.
Okay.
Because it's easier. I love Fractions Run. I loved how much it humanized Clint from like becoming this Avenger guy with a bow and arrow to this depressed guy who has no idea what he's doing, because I relate to that specifically. Like, I love the comic series very much, but the TV series basically took the name, took the logo, took the visual style from David Aja, and nothing else. There's also Lucky the Pizza Dog. That's it.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Like, as soon as I saw the opening, which actually was good, it was just using Kate Bishop's for like a fast montage of storytelling of how she became a Kate Bishop that we will know in the opening.
Yeah, that made sense as an intro, because like we don't have the time to go back into detail to
see everything that like how
that made sense.
Yeah, but it made sense in the sense of the TV show, but as an opening sequence, I don't think it worked, because even though the TV show is called Hawkeye, we're introduced to Kate Bishop, we move on with Kate Bishop. Obviously, for those who don't know, probably the Young Avengers will come someday in the future, and Kate Bishop is being set up as the next Hawkeye. But still, the man of the hour, Jeremy Renner, the Hawkeye himself, is like, how much? 15-minute runtime throughout the first episode, even though it is called Hawkeye.
Well, they did the same thing back with Loki too. I mean, the series was called Loki, but Loki became a side character. So I think the same thing is happening with Clint Barton, aka Jeremy Renner's Hawkeye, which I don't mind, honestly.
Okay, so you don't mind?
I genuinely do not like Jeremy Renner's.
Okay.
But whatever, that's on me.
So, what do you think about Kate Bishop? Do you think she did a great job?
A+ casting. She's so good. Like, she brings honor back into the Hawkeye name, and yeah, I'm excited to see more of her as Hawkeye, and I can't wait to get rid of Clint Barton as Hawkeye.
Okay,
because
so
of her.
what about this? What do you thought about their chemistry? Obviously, in the first episode, we only got like 20 seconds of them meeting at the end of the episode. In the second episode, they had much more time to shine together. What was the chemistry for you?
They had a lot more connections. Well, it's supposed to be a buddy cop action adventure type thing, right?
Similar to that,
yeah, they're getting there. And if only Jeremy Renner could be more charismatic and could be a little more funny, their relationship would be way better. But I think Haley Steinfeld is basically carrying the Clint-Kate relationship on her back. That's me.
It felt similar to me too. Like, I thought should have a great chemistry because both of them are good actors. Like in my opinion, Jeremy Renner is cool too, but in his own way. But he's not great in the way that to juggle a main role, in a sense that, for example, he replaced Matt Damon in Bourne series for one film. A lot of people were against this idea because he didn't do well in a main actor idea.
I think the problem lies on how Hawkeye was introduced way back in Thor 1.
Yeah, he was
apparently,
yeah.
Apparently Kevin Feige showed Jeremy Renner the ultimate version of Hawkeye, where he's more gritty, he has gone through way more suffering and trauma, so he's a very closed off person, right?
Okay.
And Jeremy Renner still plays ultimate Hawkeye when he's supposed to be playing 616 Hawkeye. There's difference.
For those who don't know, one is an Ultimate Comics Marvel that is written alternatively to the original one, the one that she said, 616.
Just imagine the injustice. It's basically the injustice of Marvel Universe.
Yeah, an alternative version of the characters.
And the 616 version is basically what we know in the comics, like what we see in Fractions, right? It's 616. It's the main universe.
So that could be counted as something main, like a lot of people accepted as canon. Okay, so talking about the chemistry, I think it is going, but even though we had lots of scenes, it wasn't enough for me personally to be feeling that they will become a very great team. From the trailers, it seems that they kind of work as a team by the ends of the TV shows, obviously as a Fractions run too. So hopefully we'll see a lot of that. For now, we're just seeing Jeremy Renner just chasing after his Ronin attire, Ronin costume, and that's it. And also that LARP scene. What do you think about that LARP scene?
It was so bad until it became weirdly good.
Yeah, weirdly good.
It was the only funny scene with Renner in it.
but that's the thing. Renner could be funny because have you watched his film Tag?
He should try to be funnier.
Yeah, like I watched his film Tag. Obviously, he wasn't there as the main character again. He was supporting cast, but again, under good direction, under good writing, he could become funnier, and that's the thing. Here, a lot of people expect him to move forward the plot, but Haley will be the one who is moving the plot.
Haley is basically carrying the entire show on her back, and I love her for it. Anyway, let's talk through the episodes, like chronologically, so people don't get confused.
Sure. From the first one, so we're introduced to Avengers. Again, we see the flashback.
Avengers 1, baby! It was so nostalgic to see the Chitauri again.
So, say. Sure.
The scene where, like, young Kate sees Clint jump off of the building, like, that's the coolest Clint scene to date, which is really sad because it's from way back in Avengers 2012.
Yeah. It's been how much, like 9 years?
It's been years.
It's been a lot, and it was interesting to see that scene. And obviously, those who know Kate Bishop as a character, we already knew that will be one of the main things that pushes her to become an archer.
Yeah, I mean, she's basically a glorified Hawkeye superfan, and I relate to that.
And do you think that the episode 1 did well by showing her transformation into the archer that we meet after her growing up? Because we see her as a kid in the Avengers first one, the events that are happening there. Then we see her already grown up, a woman who's already one of the greatest archers. She is has a lot of medals in martial arts tournament. She knows fencing.
An overachiever by heart.
Yeah, an overachiever by heart.
I honestly don't think I'm the right person to talk about it because I know Kate. Like, I know what she's supposed to be. I know what she's capable of. I read her comics, right? So I think I should ask you the question.
Like
Like,
I'm not of a big fan as in Hawkeye, like of Kate
mm,
Bishop, but obviously knew those characters. I've read the comics. I think they did what they could in the sense of the TV show, but
yeah.
this opening seemed as if something taken out of a feature-length film, because
Mm,
but as the influence of Matt Fraction and David Aja was there from the get-go of the TV show when the logo has been shown. They needed to do
yeah,
this.
the influence is more David Aha than Matt Fraction.
Yeah,
That's the biggest problem of
they
the
they,
series so
they
far.
needed to do that because like people will be expecting something from that run, and I think they did successfully in the sense of the opening sequence, but when we
And the
also
closing sequences.
yeah, the main theme, the opening sequence, it worked very well. And the next time that we're introduced to Kate Bishop, she is doing something in the vein of the character that she is in the comics. She's doing a bet, somewhat of a bet, and she actually destroys their big clock tower, and with a bell on it, with the big bell. And here it's kind of great introduction for newcomers as an audience to see what kind of a character she is.
I think it works as an introduction to what Kate is. Like, she's an overachiever, she's impulsive, but she's also very cool. And like that's all you need to know about Kate so far.
Yeah, I think they kind of successfully captured the feel of this character, and the actress did well too with the scenes that she got throughout the first episode and the second episode. Then we are introduced to the musical scene, which has been shown has been shown a lot in trailers. You, as a very big Broadway fan, very big musical fan, what do you think?
I am a Broadway fan. I am a musical fan, and I've been in musicals. But goddamn, the Rogers musical was a mistake.
Well, why mistake? Why do you think that it was a mistake?
Because it's obviously a parody of Hamilton the musical, right? The rap musical about Alexander Hamilton that's created by Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Okay.
It's supposed to be a parody of that. Why couldn't they get Lin-Manuel Miranda to do a parody song about
so you're not about just Avengers, you're just sad that they did not use Lin-Manuel Miranda.
I'm sad because they didn't use Lin-Manuel Miranda, because like he has a very specific sense of humor that could have gone so well with Hawkeye and the whole vibe of going to a Broadway musical about your traumas. Like Lin-Manuel Miranda could have pulled that off so well, but instead they made
whom
this...
he should have played.
Oh hell yeah! Lin-Manuel Miranda for Steve Rogers. That's what I believe.
Okay, that's an interesting casting, I think. But the musical worked for me in a way that it acted as a plot device for Hawkeye to have that traumatic.
Yeah, that's the only reason that scene exists.
The only, I really actually like the scene when as soon as he got fed up with the musical itself, he turns off his hearing aid, and that's the first time we are introduced that actually Hawkeye
to the hearing aid.
Yes. This is what I was expecting them to do since the influence of the comic run. Because that is like one of the important parts of that character. Has been said that even though he's a badass, he's a cool, but he is also some problems.
He is hard of hearing.
Yeah. So
and like he has the reason to be hard of hearing. My guy went through all these explosions and still has no damage in his ears. Finally the lore catches up with Clint. I'm so happy to see him with a hearing aid.
That scene was really great when I think Kate asked him, why are you using this? We just have a Family Guy-esque gag by showing a couple of times when Clint is falling through the window, he's falling through a big obstacle, then he's
going through all the explosions from the previous Avengers films.
That was a great scene. Right? That was a great scene actually, to show that even though he is one of the main members of the Avengers team, he, with Nat obviously, who's dead, rest in peace, he was the human one.
Yeah,
we like the writing team did well setting up that this is not actually like a superpowered being. He's just is the guy with the bow and arrows. Literally, he's the guy with bow and arrows.
Yeah, I mean, that's literally the main reason that the fractions run exists. Like, it's supposed to humanize
Humanize him. Yes.
Clint,
Yes. Yes.
and the show's also trying to do that,
Mm-hmm.
but in a different way. Like,
Mm-hmm.
in the comic series, Clint is being humanized because of his depression.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope Renner goes through the same stuff as well because like great character development. But in the series, and
Mm-hmm.
because of Joss Whedon's mistake back in Age of Ultron,
Mm-hmm.
Hawkeye is humanized because of the kids.
Yeah, because he has
Yeah.
a family. He already has
Yeah.
a family.
How did he make 3 children in the span of all those movies?
Like the Age of Ultron actually is the most film out of all the Avenger films that created development for Hawkeye.
Mhm.
Obviously, some people will say that Endgame too, but in Endgame is just they created a Ronin image that is also popular one.
Endgame is following up from Age of Ultron. Like
Yeah.
Endgame Clint is about how he's a bad father,
Mhm.
kind of.
Yeah, and
But he
Endgame
has to be a
yeah.
father to be a bad father.
Yes, and here we see that he's going with his kids. He's having a Christmas, but actually he again leaves them in hotel, and he goes to look for Ronin costume. Talking about the Ronin costume, the Ronin costume was set for auction in an auction, which Kate's family was there. They were just selling his sword. They were selling his costume. I don't know. The auction scene very seemed to me a little bit weird. It's not like a per se Marvel scene for me personally, because how the Armand III started talking with Kate Bishop,
Oh my god!
and I don't know, the dialogue there felt a little bit wrong. And as soon as the auction of the costume was introduced, we already knew that there will be obviously an action scene because Kate has to wear that costume.
Kate has to wear the costume.
Yeah, but
and
say
it's an interesting take for the writers to go with. Like the entire conflict begins with
the Ronin
the
costume.
suit.
Yeah, Ronin suit.
The Ronin suit is the cause of all problems, which is so weird to me because like they straight up trashed the Ronin storyline back in Endgame. And now it's causing problems?
Yeah.
I thought we got over this.
I think the usage of Ronin costume is actually an interesting one because
it's interesting, yeah.
It's the past that Hawkeye wants to forget, but it will haunt him because there he was a killer without any morals. Now that is coming to haunt him, and that is one of the interesting ways that this story goes. He without knowing who wears the costume, he tries to find that person and to take off the costume because as soon as he sees the Kate, he doesn't say that I'm the Ronin or all of that. He actually,
he's just, oh come on.
And he, she asked, "You are a Hawkeye?" Yes, obviously I'm Hawkeye. Like, you want a signature and all that, but he doesn't say that I'm Ronin. He just says that the one who wore this costume did a lot of mistakes in the past and has a lot of enemies. He actually wants to face his past and to finish off with it with this costume.
I mean, if he wanted to face his past, he should have gotten arrested for all the crimes he committed as Ronin.
Yeah.
But my man's escaping the law. That's fine.
But as he himself said in the LARPing scene, I fought Thanos. So he fought the Thanos. I think that that will be more than enough for his sins. Talking about the Ronin suit in Kate's apartment, what do you thought about the guys who played the Trek suit?
Tracksuit mafia.
God damn it! I think they're gonna turn into memes. Like, 10,
they're supposed to be turning into memes.
Yeah, that's the
thing. The only reason they exist.
9 out of their 10 words is bro. Like,
is bro.
What the hell is this? Like, Russians don't. I don't know. Are they Russians? Are they Mexicans? Because
they're supposed to be Eastern European, but the main guy is called Ivan.
Yeah.
So take that what you will.
But that's the thing. Main guy is called Ivan. I watched the subtitles just to see the names. The other one is called Enrique, and I was really confused. Obviously, the tracksuit mafia will be either Russians or Italians. So in this case, they're Russians. But it was an interesting spin because the first time that I heard bro, I thought that okay, they're probably either won't be Russians because Russians don't use that word.
I think the bro thing is basically a callback to Fractions Run. Like in the comics,
was
they're
there something
always
like
saying
that?
bro all the time. Of course.
Okay,
The
good.
Tracksuit Mafia was there in the Fractions Run. They were the main guys. They were the main villains.
Okay.
Like they're saying bro all the time. That's the joke. Like, bro, I kill you, bro.
So this
With
is
my
like
horrible Eastern European
a big
accent.
Easter egg for the fans. So
It's
personally,
and it's the Tracksuit Mafia's entire character. They say bro, they do dumb shit. That's all they're there for.
okay. Talking about Easter eggs, what do you think about the Pizza the dog? Do you think?
Oh man, I have a lot of opinions about Pete.
Please. Share them.
You know how I said the comics humanizes Clint through his depression?
Mm-hmm.
Lucky is supposed to be a symbolic version of that.
Yeah.
Because, like, apparently, like in the series, Lucky was a dog that belonged to the Tracksuit Mafia, but then he escapes, and the Tracksuit Mafia tries to kill the dog, and Clint saves the dog, and basically takes the dog to a vet saying, please fix the dog. And like that scene, I remember being so effective because it was like, this dog is broken, and if you can fix it, me, a broken person, can be fixed too. It's a symbolic version of Clint as a broken man.
Okay.
But in the series, it's more like Kate saved dog, which I don't mind. I mean, Kate saving the dog is cute in all levels, and I'm so glad that we got a reference to how Lucky was found.
Okay.
But I don't know. I think Lucky lost the main reason of its existence the moment Kate saved him and not Clint.
We'll see in the next episodes. Maybe they make a turn against to that story again, because from what we've seen with Marvel, that they're not adapting shot by shot, like break by break, 1-to-1.
Oh hell no! It's obvious in this one.
Civil War, literally Civil War. If they did adapted it, they would have adapted with a lot of characters, but obviously they were not able to do it. But they did it in their own way and successfully, in my opinion. So here, let's wait how it will look. So the episode 2's the other moment for me, the interesting moment was when Kate was. She's trying to look after Hawkeye in the Clint Barton in the case that using Bishop security. Do you think it is a Deus Ex Machina? Will be the Deus Ex Machina throughout the TV show?
Great question. I don't think it's a Deus Ex Machina because like it tracks at least. Like we know the bishops have a security company.
Yeah.
Like. But it's kind of used as a Deus Ex Machina. Yeah. Kinda. Yeah. Sorta. But I don't mind it. We've seen way worse Deus Ex Machinas in other media.
Obviously. So
obviously.
We'll see. So we are now introduced to also at the end of the episode to one of my favorite characters in Marvel, Echo. Yes, Echo. Like obviously Echo is a very great character because of how she's represented in Daredevil comics, which is one of my favorite comics. And here we don't have the handprint on her. Hopefully we'll get it.
We'll get it, hopefully.
Hopefully we'll get it because we have to. That is the imagery of that character. And the introduction scene was really great. Like her hand touching the speaker.
Her hand on the speakers because she's deaf and she can feel the vibrations.
The actress is actually deaf too. So again, kudos to Marvel.
Hell yeah. The actress, Alaqua Cox, I think her name is. She is Native American, she's deaf, and she is disabled as in like she's amputee from her leg. Which is amazing for Marvel casting. But apparently it's her first acting role, so I'm kind of excited to see what she brings.
This is really interesting because as soon as this...
I've never seen Marvel take such a big risk on such a character. Like apparently they believe Alaqua to be...
Makari was also similar. The Eternal speedster.
Yeah, but Makari's actress is an actress. Alaqua Cox isn't.
She was an actress.
This is her first role.
This is really interesting.
It'll be interesting to see. what she
with
does.
the action scenes too, because from the comics we know that she kicks ass, and she kicks ass
She
a lot.
kicks ass.
Yeah, she goes toe to toe with Daredevil, with the man himself. So we'll see.
For all the listeners, I just want to suggest a
Mhm.
quick comic series to know Maya as a character.
Mhm.
It's called Parts of a Whole with like It's called Parts of a Whole,
Parts
but
of a
not
Whole.
with a W.
Yeah, Maya also
H-O-L-E.
Maya Lopez. So Echo's name is
Maya
Maya
Lopez
Lopez. Yeah.
Echo.
Mhm. So
Story Parts of a Whole.
so the episode ends with Echo's introduction, and she's set up as a threat for our duo of characters. So what do you think?
Speaking of, I have a lot of opinions about that. I think the series is going through too many villain syndrome.
Really? We only have
because
Jack, and probably he won't be the villain. We know that Marvel trying to show that he's a villain, and he's actually not a villain.
Yeah, I think Jack is Jack Ducan. I can't say his last name properly. French. Jack is a red herring, obviously. I mean, 100%. Yeah, he killed Armand the Third, but he's a red herring.
Yeah.
Eleanor Bishop is very sus. Derek Bishop is very sus. They apparently killed him in the first episode, but I do not believe that for a single
So he's gonna come back, you say?
Of course, like the whole casting of Brian Darcy James as Derek Bishop is such. They made it such a big deal, and like showing him for 5 minutes in the first episode is very suspicious to me.
There's no way that he won't return. Yeah, Mama Bishop seems also very suspicious.
Mama Bishop is very sus. Daddy Bishop is very suspicious. Maya is the villain.
Okay.
And also we have the clown. We haven't seen the clown yet, but we have seen the actor, so I have no idea how it.
Yes. They have showed him a couple of times, so we'll see how it will look.
For those who haven't noticed, because even I missed it, the clown, aka Kazi or Kazimierz, Jack, whatever.
The guy in the red mask. The guy in the red
mask. That's supposed to be the main big boy villain in the comics, and he's supposed to do a lot of damage to Clint.
We'll see
in the upcoming episode. We'll see. I mean, we have too many villains for one series, and I have no idea how they're gonna pull all of that off in one season.
Like for Echo, for Maya Lopez's character, we already know that there will be a spin-off series called Echo.
Yep.
So we we know that she won't be the villain. She will be more of a
antagonist.
Something like that. Because she's too good of a character to make just a villain without any morals. So probably there will be justification to her actions. And talking about Echo, we can't talk about Kingpin. Like we have to talk about Mr. Wilson Fisk. So
Mr.
What do you
Wilson
think?
Fisk.
Is he in the next episodes? Not like in the third, fourth, but the last episodes, because a lot of rumors, not leaks, but rumors. A lot of rumors that he will be coming back. Will it be okay with you if he comes back?
I would be okay with it, but again, the series is going through too many villain syndrome.
But as you said,
and I don't want Fisk to go to waste to all the other villains.
I think if Fisk will be here, he will be shown,
or he will be degrading all the other villains.
Yeah, obviously.
Which I also don't want.
He does that. Yeah, he has the way of doing that. In second season, he was there in Daredevil second season. He was there for 2 episodes. Literally, I forgot about the hand. I was like, "Where's the Fisk? Show me the Fisk. Show me the bolt." And that's the thing.
My bald man.
Yeah. So if he's shown, I think he will be somewhat of a shadowy threat figure from outside that controls. For example, maybe he's the one who pushed Echo to control the tracksuit mafia. Yeah,
probably.
Yeah.
Another friend of mine also suggested that you know how Clint mentions that the Avengers Tower got sold in an auction. My friend has a theory that basically goes, Fisk bought the tower, and now it's Fisk tower.
Logical, really logical.
It could be logical. I mean, the man's rich. Why wouldn't he buy an Avengers tower?
Yeah, but I think another theory that came into my mind as soon as I heard that line was, Do you remember in Loki when they were pruned, they went into an alternative place where everything pruned good? We saw there an Avengers Tower, but the Avengers Tower was bought by Kang the Conqueror.
Oh yeah.
So also that could be done. And we don't know.
Honestly, if we go into Kang and Hawkeye, that would be too much.
No.
I mean, I think Hawkeye's main charm comes from how human it is, how like normal it is compared to all these superheroes, gods. And like if we go into God mode and the villains, I think that would take away the entire charm.
Okay.
Like I'm watching Hawkeye just because everyone's human. Like if I got the right education, if I got the right training, I would be Kate Bishop. And anyone could be Kate Bishop.
Yeah.
Like that's I think that's the most relatable part of Hawkeye.
You're right.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I also don't think that Kang will be here. It's just maybe one of the theories that a lot of goes through.
Oh, maybe Mephisto's here. Oh my god.
No. Mephisto is apparently Mephisto is in all of the TV shows. Actually, the ones that we have already watched. We'll see. I'm really expecting Mephisto theories coming out of this. Maybe Mama Bishop is a Mephisto.
Oh my god.
Because of her red dress. She had a red dress.
She had a red dress.
So, Barfin, anything to add? I think
anything to add.
We covered a lot of points. So I think let me ask this: what do you think the setup of the whole season will be? Will it be the Hawkeye season 1, or could there be Hawkeye season 2?
Well, I want a Hawkeye season 2, and we talked about this before. Plot twist, everyone. My favorite character isn't Hawkeye. It's his brother. He has a brother.
Yeah.
And like 6 episodes isn't enough to cover both Hawkeye and Clint and Kate and Lucky and all these other villains, and what I want out of the comics to be adapted into the MCU. So I genuinely, desperately want a season 2 with Barney Barton, aka Clint's brother, who is also a bad guy.
Obviously,
anyway,
you have a brother who's an Avenger. Obviously, gonna be a villain.
Obviously, he's gonna be a villain.
Yeah. I think this could be a season 1 for Hawkeye, because think of this: the name really resembles something as well, Last Jedi. So is the Last Jedi this one? I think the Hawkeye in the means here is that both of them, Kate Bishop and Clint Barton.
Yeah.
And we probably gonna
They're both
see.
Hawkeye.
Yeah, we probably gonna see passing of the torch scene here. So and this probably gonna set up young Avengers, because we have Ant-Man's daughter who's grown up. We have Patriot.
We have Wanda's kids.
Wanda's 2 kids. We have Patriot introduced in Falcon and Winter Soldier.
That was a thing that happened.
Yeah,
right?
Isaiah's grandson.
Isaiah.
Yeah. His grandson. We have lots of setups for young Avengers. So
Young Avengers is coming straight up, and also probably maybe Thunderbolts are coming.
Thunderbolts,
because
yes.
My woman Val is recruiting everyone.
Yeah,
we'll see. I mean, we're getting multiple superhero team ups in one go, and they can be both good and bad.
One last question before concluding this podcast. What do you think? Will we see Black Widow's sister in this TV show? Because if you remember correctly, Val was showing Clint Barton's photograph to her as the person who is the reason Natasha is dead.
Well, she was seen on set. Like Florence Pugh was seen on Hawkeye set.
All right.
So she is in it. We know she is.
Do you think that the role will be bigger?
Villains.
Too many villains, yeah. Like that's what you think. And for a TV show, having too many villains is a lot. If this TV show had
show with 6 episodes.
It's 6 episodes.
And we already have 2 episodes left. So
we'll see.
If they want to fix it, I genuinely think that they should make a heel turn with Echo immediately,
Mm-hmm.
so that she's out of the picture and we
Okay.
can deal with the Tracksuit Mafia
Mm-hmm.
and the swordsmen and the bishops.
And possibly Natasha's sister and Kingpin.
Not possibly, definitely Yelena Belova.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah.
Well,
But
too many villains, not enough time, which is why I want a season 2.
okay, then you're really correct in the in your wanting this second season. We'll see. We'll see how it will work. And from what I've heard, this TV show has been received very positively. So this creates a very positive image for the season 2. We'll see. Okay.
I mean, Disney loves money, so if Hawkeye brings them money, why not?
Yeah, probably. They're doing Agatha Harkness TV show, and they're doing
hell yeah.
TV show. So the opening should be the song from the WandaVision.
It's been Agatha all along.
So next week again we have another episode, and we will 100% do our own discussion about that one too. Another episode, third episode. We'll see how that will turn out. So thank you for listening to our podcast, and hopefully see you next time. Take care.
Goodbye, everyone.